Hello and welcome. This is Krista from the Online Selling Show, and I realized when I was starting to do the stuff I purchased at this past week's estate sale in the parking lot of the Starbucks, it was really getting hard for you to get a clue like what the stuff was, and I don't always have the shopping video explaining why I bought stuff. So I thought I'm going to start a new playlist when I do these shopping videos to explain why I bought stuff. I think that may be a little bit easier for some of you because I know a lot of times I'm having to wing it. There's things that come up and I can do all my, research I want, especially at estate sales, you can at least do the research. But there's a lot of times I'm out and people just are kind of hovering over me and I can't look stuff up. So let's get to what I bought this particular week. This particular week, I bought 5 of these different dolls, and it seems to be from this called Lizzie High. I believe that may be showing up backwards. I apologize. But they were cute. They're very primitive. They have like a wood body to them. The legs seem to be this, like cut like this. I bought them with different themes. This one has like a basket going to it. I don't really notice anything in the basket, but they just seemed cute. I felt like for $12, I can at least get 25 a piece for these. Some of the themes were really cute. Like this one, when I went through, I have 3 of them sitting down, but I only have 2 stools. I mean, they could easily sit on an edge of a ledge or a shelf. So I have to look up how these dolls are sold to figure out what went with what. I'm not really sure because I have 3 of these dias, however you call them, the things for the music. I don't know which 3 these happen to go with. I do have for her, she's got, as you can see, is that a cello? I'm not exactly sure my instruments. That has, I believe, this case is going to go with her that they included. I have another thing which looks like the things that they string. You can tell I don't play music instruments. I have no idea. So I'm assuming these go with her. I do have a 3rd bag of stuff, which was more like music note. Looks like maybe somebody's scarf. So again, I have to figure out where these went. That was the 2nd style. Here's the 3rd style, which is her with the violin. So I guess one of those go with her as well. I mean, obviously the, oh, okay. I was wondering what this piece was for. And I'm assuming it comes with this one who's playing the triangle. So that is the 4th. And then the 5th is this one that reminds me of a Girl Scout. And, when you got those people that you don't know what to get, I think these would be great items. Some of these with the music have these pocketbooks attached to them. So I'm assuming this is going to give me a good indication of where they go as far as which one. We'll have to see, like I said, as I go through this. But my premise on these were primitive is always well received in the marketplace. I have found they're not as easy to find as you would think it would be. And the price point on these is the reason why I bought them, because I felt like I could easily get 25. I will have to do more research. I did do some research, but truthfully, I was having a hard time with the reverse image search on these. So let me get to the next phase. I'm coming back with what I had identified as the #1 thing I wanted to attack in that yard sale, and it was this Lenox 5-piece nativity set that features the Charlie Brown Peanuts group with Snoopy. It's ice skating. I'll give you some of the pieces. Here is him. This was a piece that I said I had sold before when I was a retailer for Lenox, and they stopped having us as third-party retailers, and they will only allow themselves to be selling, I believe, on there, or they're selling directly to Amazon. And so I was selling this for about $150. Like I said, the comps were showing around $150 to $200. And I think the 200 was new, which is obviously not going to be this. So this appears to be in very good condition. I wasn't noticing any flaws. The thing I was disappointed in is the box does have, damage to some of the styrofoam. So I am going to have to be sure to show that. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. It has this on here from where they gave it as a gift. Kind of makes me sad because it makes me think that, you know, there's probably somebody that passed away. And then they did write on the bottom. So, and then here's what is the certificate of authenticity. So that is the 5-piece set. That was the number one item I was targeting to get. Some of these other items I picked up as I was there. This was just a cute little Anna Lee mouse. Like I said, the mice seem to follow me everywhere. It was $5 and they gave me a deal. He probably really was maybe $4 after I got the deal. I thought easily I could get 15. Once you start getting into the world of doing stuff, you kind of recognize what pieces are going to be a little bit more valuable. This, just in its simplicity, was like an Amish person. I paid $8. I thought she was very beautifully painted. Again, I don't expect that I can get less than 20 for her. It does have just a base of felt on there, so no signature, but I felt at least 20 I could get for her. I wasn't going to lose anything. This was a very small Santa. I know that the little tabletop tree toppers, it does have a cone, are very desirable. So he can be advertised as an ornament, but I can also advertise him as a tree topper. I think I paid $2 for him. I know I'm probably going to be able to get maybe between 15 and 20. Not a huge profit, but I try to make these as much as I can in value so that I'm not wasting my time and I'm not wasting the resources of going. This was another piece. I'm looking, there's a little bit of a overage of glue here. She is paper mache. She is a tree topper. Can be used as a figure or a tree topper. She is a very beautiful representation to me because she could go for many different styles of people's home decor. She's obviously an angel, but she could also go out there in the woodland type of theme. People that are going for the red and gold. So the colors were there. There's different stylizations. That's why I went for her. And then this last item in this round, this was the only piece showing in the picture. So I had no idea what to expect with the rest. I didn't know if she was the type that has an MDF backing on her or if this is what it was, which was these were old. This was how a lot of people were able to bring in the decorations to the house, where these papers, a lot of teachers used to use these on bulletin boards and stuff like that. So this paper ephemera stuff was very desirable when I was a kid. That was back like in the 70s. So she is not quite like a Precious Moments. She reminds me of like a Holly Hobby. But then after I got there, I found they had more of these. So there was a whole pile. There was 2 of these. There was some of the Precious Moments. Here's more of the Precious Moments. More of the Precious Moments. More of the Precious Moments. So as I got into it and I realized, and then there was 2 Hallmark ones, I realized there was more of a pile. Again, I'm not expecting a huge profit on this. These are items that I feel are going to be fine for me to list in my Facebook groups, not the marketplace, the groups, that I feel like I can probably put up and list like probably 2 of these for $10. They'll pay shipping, and in addition to that, I won't pay any fees to eBay. And this whole pile cost me $4, I believe it was. So I feel like when I offer this up, I probably will be able to get at least 30 back in that group. And it may take me a little bit more to ship out. I'm going to put this in an envelope with cardboard in the front and the back. But I'm also hoping that by doing them in the groups and some other things, that I can get people to buy multiple things so that it's not just a small sale. So that was my ideology on this. I will be back with the next round in a second. Okay, and then the last of the items were, I've seen a lot of snow babies at times at these sales. I'm finding a lot of them, but I have never seen any that are these clip-on for basically being an ornament. I know the clip-on candles do very well. The clip-on birds do very well. I paid a total of, I think, $6 for these. I haven't decided if I'm going to sell them in pairs of 2 or pairs of 4, but I'm going to get back to you on that. I don't feel for the price that I'm going to lose anything. I feel like they have to be at a minimum $25. So we'll see what works out comp-wise, but I'm looking for the more different, more unusual kind of pieces. One of the items I talked about that I really was having a hard time looking at the pictures and deciding what exactly it was this Lenox train. These are the 2. They wound up being the ornaments. They just kept showing them basically like this, so I was getting just the roof. So they have taken the hangers off. I wasn't seeing that there was a hole here because of the way they took the picture. So they did take the hangers off. I paid $12 for this whole set. I do know that these particular ones don't have the raised dots on them, but I know that this type of style of paint does become more desirable in the nativity. I would assume it goes over to the trains. From what I can remember, even these trains, if you have the whole set, was selling for about 100. I paid $12. We'll take a look. I have to be able to get at least 50. Again, I didn't feel like I was losing anything with that purchase. Another item I picked up, this was sitting on the table, and they had a whole table of Santas and stuff in the garage. And one of the things that draws me in when I look is that bright, shiny, glossy paint is tending to be cheap. When I saw this piece, it had this like antiquing with it. It was more bisque. This seemed to think for me, it was going to be either more of a cheap dollar store from the 70s, which we didn't have really dollar stores, but like a Walmart piece or a Woolworth piece, or it was going to be something desirable. So when I picked it up, it does have if you can see it in there, it does have a gold sticker. I was surprised to see this, which means there was a light that went in here at some point. So that's another selling piece. And I don't know, I guess it's got a 1925 on the back. My assumption is that they're stylizing this to be a 1925 Santa. And it says Flambro and made in Taiwan. So this tells me it's older. Stuff tends to be made in China nowadays. So this said to me, I think I paid $2 or $3 for it. I probably can get at least 20 for it. And if I can buy one of these cheapy light kits like this is one I just happen to have here for something else. But this particular one seems to be broke. But these ones with the clips, I probably can pay $2 or $3 and get one of these and raise the value of that maybe up to 25. If the value's there, I may not even have to. Some people may just want to, style that out that way. This is another piece that was just sitting on the table. And he doesn't seem like very eye-catching. But truthfully, the more that you look at him, the paint on him almost looks like they missed it in spots. But when you look at the bottom, made in Russia, he is wood and he is sculpted. This tells me this is a Russian Santa. He is going to be more desirable. I'm going to pray that this sticker does not take his paint off. So far, we're doing well. Very minimal paint loss. I really do not know pricing. I do believe these have gone up to 50, but I don't know what drives the price up. Again, I paid $2 for him. Yes, $2 for him. And he's going to be easily $20, $25. So I'm looking for, when I go, items that are going to add to the value of what I'm buying so that it makes my trip more worthwhile having gone. Another item that I had saw in the picture, they really did not focus on this at all, even when they finally added individual pictures, was this. She happens to be a music box, which surprised me. She was made in Japan. This is what's known as chalkware. I can't explain the feeling of it at all. It honestly has a feeling like if I just sunk my nails in, I could just literally shred into the material. I don't know how else to explain it. It's almost like a plaster of Paris, maybe would be a way to describe it. It's a much softer type of ceramic. I haven't played her yet to see, but I know I can probably get, again, at least with the Virgin Madonna look here, probably a good $20-25 as well. I think I paid $2 or $3 for her. And then the second valuable piece that I was going for after the Lenox were these. This is the Fenton custard glass. This is the Mr. and Mrs. Snowman. I'll be honest, I thought they were about maybe almost twice this height, but it is like a frosted glass. They are very heavy in their weight, and they are signed on the bottom with a year. They still happen to have the price tags. These are more painted ornately. Some of them, I said, are more simplistic in how they do it. They did, whoever painted these ones did choose to paint them up much more high. I do expect, again, they're a matching set. I'm probably going to be able to get at least 80 for them. And they were marked, I think, 22 each. And they gave me a break overall on the pricing. They gave me about a 10% discount. So I had to kind of adjust some of the pricing. That's why I'm like saying some of it's different. But I paid $200 overall for everything. And I know I'm going to make that back easily just in these pieces and that Lenox piece. So the rest of this would be all pure profit. I hope you enjoyed this segment. I'm hoping that you got something out of seeing this stuff and having a little bit more explanation from me. I do have a few other sale items out now, and I'm going to get into those next. I would appreciate a thumbs up if you got anything good out of this, and love to hear some comments. Have you able to pick up some of these things yourself? Maybe I'm missing something about like the dolls or something. Maybe you know a little bit more. Please leave some comments down below. And I would really appreciate if you could just hit the subscribe button down below. That'll add my future videos into your feed, but it also helps me grow my channel. So I'm gonna say bye for now, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.